So, guys, I'm here in New York City, and I do want to say that I'm never going to ride Delta Airlines again for a couple of reasons. Um, Today, what happened was I was supposed to go to AEW Blood and Guts, and I got like near ringside seats, so I could have just had a really great time. And they actually had a delay today, and their delay is actually going to be over 15 hours. So instead of leaving at 2 p.m., it's actually leaving at 5:30 a.m. And I might be able to have my hotel room reimbursed that I'm getting, and and like the Uber to and from, So it's like $180 extra that I have to pay, and I don't know if I'm gonna get that back. And then my ticket to Blood and Guts tonight, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get my money back for that. That's like the $200 ticket, so it's cost me like close to $400. But the things that happened was um, that I think there's like thunderstorms down in Nashville, but usually other planes have been doing that, and I am not sure there's like a tornado or something like that. But the thing about that happened was that they kept doing something like they would say, okay, the plane's arriving early, it's gonna leave right now, and then they said no, we gotta wait. We're on the tower mat for like over 3 hours, and the pilot said, and I quote, that, he could fly us down to Nashville right now, but he's been up over 14 hours. So I don't like when people speak like that, when they say something like, you know, um, yeah, I'll do it, but I'm not going to do it because of this thing or that thing. So you feel a little swerved. But I just didn't really like that. So I don't want to be in a situation like that again with Delta, because honestly, it's like finding some mockery. And then also too that I've known many airlines that fly through bad weather. I do understand it's a little different because there was multiple airlines. They were doing things like saying, "Okay, we're about to take off," then they change their mind. Then they say something like, "Okay, we're gonna go to the tarmac. We're gonna like fuel up and fly guys out." Oh no, we're not doing that. So there's a lot of like promising and changing, stopping the plane, starting the plane. So I did feel like a little swerved, and I did not like that because it's like somebody promising your paycheck and then saying come back in an hour, and then they said, oh well, you can, like, patience is a virtue, so like why don't you wait another day or two, or why don't you wait on Monday, because I don't want you to spend your check on the weekend, type of thing, really, just like Saturday Night Fever. But ultimately, it was a very bad experience. I am not a fan of swerves. I was going to go down to AEW Blood and Guts. As I said, it really is heartbreaking because I know it's going to be a really great match tonight. I know I was going to do a good review. I'm doing travel videos, and I knew I was going to get a lot of great stuff in Tennessee tonight and tomorrow, and then it's going to be weird coming tomorrow because I'm going to be a little tired. So it's like, you're doing the right thing. You have a lot of just great things going on, and then you kind of get fucked out of it. So I've learned a good lesson from this, that sometimes when you're taking a vacation, I would always say leave a day early. So next time, don't leave on a Wednesday, put in for like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and all those days, just so I'm not in a situation where I get screwed. And then part of life is picking myself up, really. So even though this sucks, I'm not going to be like, okay, it was completely pointless or trivial or whatever. So that's that, really. And I also understand that there's some responsibility on Delta, that honestly, I should be compensated for my hotel room and my Uber to and from. I also hope that I can get compensated for my wrestling show ticket, but not through um, not through Delta. It should be through the insurance company that I have, and they may or may not give it to me. So a very memorable night is just a bad memory, really. So I can't blame them if it's bad weather, but what I do blame them is just nonstop saying we're gonna take off and then not take off, because that's kind of an asshole thing to do, really. So, I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm angry, but I'll get over it. It's not the end of the world. When I was a kid, somebody would I remember sometimes how my relatives would get upset and throw shit across the room, but it doesn't solve anything. I'm not going to be a little kid because I didn't get my way. But I just will never take Delta again. Definitely, um, you know, I just didn't like how they handled things, and definitely saying something's going to happen, then changing it nonstop. That's kind of like, that's cock teasing, and I'm not a fan of that. So that's all I have to say. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.